header linked list. A header linked list is a special type of linked list which contains a header node. So a linked list containing an header node is called as a header linked list. That's it. So it is going to contain a header node at the beginning of the list. It is going to contain the header node at the beginning of the linked list. So in a header linked list, start will not point to the first node. We have been knowing that start is the pointer which will always point to the starting node of the linked list. But it is not the case in this one. In header linked list, what happens? Start will point to the header node, but start will contain the address of the header node. Instead of pointing to first node, start pointer will be pointing to the header node, because header node becomes the starting node of the linked list, header linked list. So there are the following two variants of the header linked list. Grounded header linked list, so which indicates that is going to store null in the next field of the last node. So that is what is grounded header linked list. Say for example, this is the diagram for grounded header linked list. So what it says, here we have a header node. It is a header linked list. Why? Because it is going to contain a header node. And what is the property of the header node? It is going to contain starting address of the linked list. So instead of start pointing to first node of the linked list, so what are the nodes of the linked list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the nodes. So instead of start, earlier start used to point to node number 1. For now the start will not point to node number 1. It is pointing to header node. Start is pointing to header node because header node becomes the first node of the linked list. So that is what is header linked list. Now coming to grounded header linked list. What grounded header linked list indicates? Grounded means null value at the end of the last node. So this is what is grounded header linked list, which stores null in the next field of the last node. So what is this? This is the header linked list. What is the last node? 6 is the last node. Then what is the value here? Null value. That means a header linked list which is going to contain null at the last node, which is going to contain null in the next field of the last node. Null in the next field of the last node. So what is last node? 6 is the last node. What is next field? Null. Then it is called as a grounded header linked list because there is no next node. It is not pointing to anyone else. So coming to circular header linked list. What circular header linked list says? As the name itself says, it is going to form a circular header linked list. It is going to form a circular linked list, like how we have studied circular queues and circular linked list. It is also a circular linked list, but which contains an header node. So this is an example for circular header linked list. This is an example for circular header linked list. So what it shows here, the same header linked list is changed, but instead of containing the null value, the next field of the last node is going to contain pointer to the header node. It is pointing back to the header node, so that it forms a circle. So that is called as grounded. That is called as circular header linked list. Linked list with a header node is called as header linked list. If you are storing pointer for the header in the last node, then it is called as circular header linked list. So as in the other linked list, if start is equal to null, then this denotes an empty header linked list. That means if start is pointing to none of the nodes, then obviously it is understood that there are no nodes in the linked list or header linked list. So this is one example scenario how the grounded header linked list is stored in the memory. Say for example figure 6.6. So this is an header node. So instead of start is header node now. So what is the data? 1, 2, 3, 4. For understanding purpose, some value is given for the header node, but it is not the actual data what we are trying to store. It is not the actual data what we are trying to store. What is that? This 1, 2, 3, 4 is not the actual data. So what is that 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 is just the conventional name given for the header node. Conventional name given for the header node. So because then this is the first node. Header node becomes the first node of the linked list. Now what is the head data part is just name of the header node. What is the link point of the header node? So link part what it indicates? link part has a value of 1. So this is what is our header node data part. Then what link part we have? Link part has a pointer of 1. So what it indicates? The exact node, the first node is stored at the memory location 1. It is go to the point 1. What data is stored here? H is the data which is stored here. So H is the data which is stored here. Where is the next node? Next node is located at 3. So go to the location 3. What is the data available? E is the data available. Where is the next node store? At the location 6. At the location 6, what is the data available? If you process the data, it is L. What is the next pointer? 7. At the 7th location, what is the data available? Again L. Where is the next node store? At the location 9, what is the data available? O. Then what about the next node? Next node is -1 or null. What it indicates? There is no next node in the header linked list. There is no next node in the header linked list. And what information it is going to represent? It is going to represent an information called hello. It is going to represent an information called hello. Right? Now, only change with the normal linked list and header linked list is this part. This is what is the header node. This is one additional node. If you consider how many nodes we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and including this 7 nodes. So this is the 7th node is nothing but the header node. The purpose of header node is to store the address of the first node. So why actually we should need this in real life is, if you want to store some earlier information in this one, like concised information, details of all this data, you can store it like a metadata. If you want to store metadata about this, you can store it. That is called as header node. Say details of all the students of a classroom. Instead of contacting each and every student, we can make an header node. So you can compare this with your class representative. Then will be, once we fetch the information for the CR, then it is like getting information from all the nodes. So one example could be storing metadata. Storing metadata related to the data. That is what is purpose of the header node. Because instead of traversing all the nodes, if you visit the header node, you will come to know what is present in the linked list. You will easily come to know what is present in the linked list. So that is what is advantage of the header node. Right? So when it comes to a circular header link, the same diagram is redrawn. In this case, the circular header link list has been redrawn. So what? The last node is containing pointer to the header node. So that's it. That is how it is drawn. So how the list start? List start from the address 5, and this is what is header node. So what is the next field of the header node? 1. Go to location 1, process the data. Next location is 3, process the data. Next location is 6, process the data. Next location is 7, process the data. Next location is 9, process the data. What is the next location here? This is where it forms the circle. So next location is 5. So again it is going and connecting to the 5 itself. We started from 5. After traveling all the nodes, again the pointer is coming back to 5 itself. Why? Because the last node, the next field of the last node is going to contain pointer to the header node. That's why it is going to form a circle. So this is what is the procedure what I explained for the header node. So header node concept is covered. By using this header node only, we have our 9th lab program. Now our 8th lab program is all about doubly linked list, and combination of this circular and header node is our 9th lab program. So now I have covered all the theory concepts related to this doubly, circular and header. Now I'll go for the programming part. That means I'll explain the program number 8 as well as program number 8 as well as the functions related to the theoretical concepts. Functions related to theoretical concepts. Right. When we consider the discussions, this was program which we have studied in the last class. Now I am talking about, I'll be discussing about 8th lab program, that is doubly linked list. Whatever functions can be possible in this class, I'll explain. So our theoretical concepts are covered now. Coming to the 8th lab program, what the problem definition says? Problem definition says we need to develop a program, menu-driven program in C itself for the following operations on doubly linked list. For the following operations on doubly linked list of employee data. Now, what are the data fields? Data fields are details of the employee now. So, what are the different data fields? Social security number, name, department, designation, salary, and the phone number. So these many details. If you remember the previous example, we are storing the details of the students. Now the 8th program is storing the details of the employee. And what it is all about doubly linked list. The 7th lab program was about singly linked list. Now, as you know, everything, whatever concepts are studied for the singly linked list, 7th lab program and 8th both are same. No much difference. So where is the difference? The difference is only in the node part. Difference is only in the node part.